Good morning, Joe here. It's like, I don't know, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever, till 8. Uh, Might be a slow week. Yesterday was inventory, so we only worked part of a day, and the boss had some medical issues over the weekend, so he's in the hospital right now. They're doing a catheter in his heart. It shouldn't be anything major, but he's out for a few days at least. So who knows what this week holds. But working on one of my 10 by 1110 here. And this, as you've seen, looked pretty damn good. Operative word, looked. Past tense. Let me show you what I have done. It's going to be shades of green, of course. Here's the dash. Let's see if it'll focus. Probably won't because there's too much crap on the bench here. Focus. Why won't you focus? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Anyhow, yeah, I got the bare metal on the grill, and that's Molto on the gauge panel. That's going to have a decal for the speedometer and stuff. But, I got that. I got to do the radio yet. And I got the seats painted up. And the floor, it still needs the pedals and all that. And sorry for the shaky camera. I'm just doing this handheld. There's the door panel that'll go in there like so. I got to do bare metal on those little raised ribs up here and the one down here just to give it some life. So that's coming along okay. I got the engine painted a different shade of green. I put this lime green over black so it darkened it a little. And there's that, and it's coming along. Well, the inside of the body, the headliner was still the metallic green with the big white spot where the paint can I held up with was attached. And so I figured, well, I'm going to use my camo gray, which is actually the sand color. Come on. Jeez, this camera's stubborn this morning. Which is this sand color that's on the seats here. I was going to do the headliner, so I masked the body on the outside. And it's pretty much my fault. I should have weakened the adhesive on this by sticking it down a few times. This is some really super strong masking tape. And sadly, when I took it off, it pulled some paint. Now, where it pulled the paint mainly was on the underside of the rocker, which, as you can see, is chrome anyhow. So I was going to bare metal that. I'm like, oh, that's okay. It's, no one's going to see it because the bare metal is going to cover it. And it took some off the underside of the lip up here, but again, or actually the back area, the very underside lip. But again, I could touch that with a brush. No one sees it because the floor pan goes up against it, right? That's good. Then I noticed something. See that? Yeah, it took a chunk right there. Of all places for it to take a chunk. I'm like, seriously? It took it all the way down to the plastic. This thing was sanded. It was prepped. So, yeah. So, it's going into purple pond for now, which isn't as fast as I like. But I don't have my easy off here. It's at home. So, I'll bring my easy off in tomorrow. Or take this home tonight and easy off it and get all the paint off it and repaint it. It'll probably be a slightly different shade. I mean, I got the main green, but the other green I use, I think I'm out of. So it'll still be a green. It'll still be shiny. But yeah, a little setback. Yay. No, 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 no. So yeah, always a setback. But it's kind of my fault. This tape is super aggressive. And I totally forgot how aggressive it is. And it's hard to take off anything. So I got to remember next time I use it I usually lay it on here and peel it on and off a couple times or lay it across my pant leg. Because I only used the Tamiya masking tape that I have in there to mask around the windows. And, the rest of it I just masked it in general just so when I hold it upside down and spray the sand color, it doesn't get on the outside of the body. So I think next time I'm going to paint the inside first, mask the inside, because it's easier to do it that way. because it's easier to get the tape flat against the insides of the windows and then paint the outside. So, and as for what I'm doing in the shop today, I haven't looked at the schedule, so I don't know. We got this big, huge bumper that was here last week. Well, this big, huge bumper with a winch mount is going on this truck. However, the customer brings us this truck last week. I think he brought it to us on Friday or Thursday or Friday. And he tells us, oh, by the way, somebody backed into me. That's a good thing I'm getting a new bumper. Well, if you look at this tow hook here, and then look at this one, you could see whoever backed into it pretty hard. And I'm like, okay, well, if they bent the frame horns, that's going to be really bad. Because that's where the new bumper mounts to. It has a cradle that mounts to the frame horns. That's where you put your winch, and then the big bumper surrounds it and mounts to that. Well, if your frame horns are bent, you're going to have a hell of a time putting this new bumper on. And sure enough, I get under there, and, oh yeah, the frame horn is like this. And the one body mount, you got your big round circle, and there's a bolt in the middle. Well, the bolt isn't in the middle of the circle anymore. It's to the one side. So what we're essentially going to do, we have all the bolts off this bumper right now. There's no bolts holding it. Yet we can't get it off the truck because it's wedged on there. So what we're probably going to do is attach the forklift to it with the tow strap and rip the thing off there. Then we're going to send it to a body shop that we work with. The customer already knows this, and he's paying the extra for it. And yeah, so we're going to send it out. They're going to straighten the frame horns. We're going to send the cradle that goes with this bumper so they could make sure it fits. Then they'll bring it back to us and we'll finish it. What I did do, however, I did the strobes here, and I did some strobes on the underneath the rear tailgate. And I want to wire those up. I got the wires run to the engine compartment because Dodge, well, at least Ram, whatever, on some models provide you with auxiliary switches. And they provide you with a pigtail that ends right up here on the firewall. There's two big gray plugs, four wires each. And there are 4 of the auxiliary switches that are in here somewhere. However, Ram provides with these trucks when they're new a big plastic bag with the other half of the plug and this big pigtail of wire for all the plugs. So you could plug those in and then wire your accessories to the switches. However, this customer, he's a good customer of ours, must have taken that bag out and put it somewhere, or he never got one. And the problem is the plugs are like wedged under the cowling here on the firewall, and there's like that much wire play. So if I wanted to hardwire these, I could cut the plugs off, but then the wire is going to be so short and stubby to get my hands in there, it's almost impossible. So that's the other thing. We have to contact him and say, hey, we need that bag. If you have that bag at home, great. If not, go stop at the Dodge dealer and get another one. So the switches, the wires are run, the lights are mounted, but I'm at a standstill. We can't do anything with the bumper. I guess it's scheduled this week. It's supposed to go, so maybe today or tomorrow. The guy knows. He's a owner of a concrete company, and he has all kinds of trucks. He has a ton of them, so we got that to work on, and I don't know what else we got. I haven't looked at today's schedule, so I guess I'll see. But in the meantime, the Oldsmobile, sadly, I should have brought a couple kits so I have something alternative. In the meantime, I might start gluing some of the chassis and stuff like that together and get that set up in between any jobs we might actually have today. But the Oldsmobile body will soak. And then, like I said, I'll put it in the easy off, which works a hell of a lot faster, tonight or whatever, and tomorrow, and get it all cleaned up and repainted. At least I don't have to sand mold lines and stuff. That's already done. I just got to scuff the paint off it and just repaint. Oh, I hate setbacks. I can't believe that tape held that strongly. I saw it pulling the paint off the bottom edges. I'm like, please, please, just the bottom edges and I'll be fine. Because the bare metal is going to cover that, and I could touch up the paint on that bottom of the trunk lid area. But when I saw that chunk missing out of the trunk lid area, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, there's nothing I can do. If it was a piece of molding or something, I could fix it. So, well, anyhow, it's a little bit after 8 now, so I'm going to go see what's on my schedule today and start my day, and it might be a dead day. I don't know. So, well, hey, talk to you all later, and hey, have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be catching you up on this one here, and we'll see what happens. Right. Bye-bye.